Hey, hey, it's Jonathan Rush. This is Kelly Nash.
Hi.
Welcome to Tomorrow's Show Today on the Morning Rush. Tomorrow's already Friday.
Did you take the flowers that the salesperson gave us and just try to use them as a prop now?
Yeah. This is my Happy Holidays prop. I'm going to be honest with you. I snacked on one of the leaves earlier.
You're ridiculous.
I read about eating poinsettia leaf. So I tried it. I only ate about half of it. Because then I read another thing where it said they thought it was poisonous.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still alive. You thought I was just jerking your chain, didn't you? No, I did. So I saw a great quote the other day from a vegetarian. I'm not a vegetarian because I love animals. I'm a vegetarian because I hate plants. Okay? Hey, tomorrow is Friday, and on the Morning Rush, first and foremost, the big thing tomorrow is Stuff a Bus. Kelly's going to be out at where?
Yeah, tomorrow we'll be at the Walmart on 378 in Lexington. We'll get out there bright and early, or dark and early, as Jonathan likes to say. And then Tumbleweed, you're coming out later on in the morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then iHeartRadio will be there throughout the day. We still have the Cram-A-Ram happening at all the JT's dealerships. So if you can't make it to Stuff a Bus, you can still go to any of the JT's dealerships, whether you do that today or tomorrow or over the weekend. All of that stuff will get to the Salvation Army.
It eventually ends up on a bus. That's what we know, where we stuff, because we got bunches of buses to stuff for the Salvation Army.
Yes.
All right, now, also, speaking of things coming up, on Sunday, I want to mention this now because today is Thursday. Today and tomorrow will be your last days. If you've been thinking about making a donation for a vet at Durham VA or one of the associated shelters for the Big Vets Ride, get that done today. If you go to vetsride.org, you'll find a bunch of suggestions for gifts for veterans, and then also you can find out the closest place to you to drop it off. And we will deliver those on Sunday. If you want to be there Sunday, that'll be about 2:30 when the first motorcycles show up in front of Durham VA, and you can be part of the human chain. Also tomorrow, big salute to my hometown. Saluda plays for their first state championship in football in 56 years.
That was the upset of the year last weekend.
Yeah.
When they won. That was
Goliath Falls is what
Yes.
they printed in the Clinton newspaper.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So we got Friday, if you're thinking about great time to go see some football. Friday at Benedict at 5 o'clock is Saluda versus Barnwell. And then the single A is Ridge Spring Minetta. Hey, another Saluda County team takes on the Green Sea Floyds. That sounds like a boring team, doesn't it?
Green Sea?
Green Sea is the school. Floyds, I guess, is the mascot.
Do they spell it, could it be Green Sea Floyds?
It could.
Is it the letter C or is it SEA?
SEA.
Interesting. I don't know what a Floyd or a Sea Floyd
We got to Google that.
would be, but I wish them all the best.
Yeah,
Tomorrow,
8 o'clock.
you know, we got Garth Brooks calling tomorrow.
7:10.
That's pretty huge.
Because his tickets go on sale for the Charlotte show May 2nd at Bank of America Stadium. That will go on sale tomorrow at 10 o'clock. And by the way, the Garth Brooks people were very kind to call back and remind me. This is actually a pretty good tip. If you haven't refreshed your profile on your Ticketmaster.com, you're probably going to go ahead and do that. Because at 10 o'clock, the tickets go on sale. Don't you hate that you're waiting for something to happen online? And you go, oh, now I got to redo my profile.
I can't recall ever waiting to buy something. I don't usually. I have bought tickets to concerts, very few.
Very few.
But I can't think of anything else that I would have waited. I bought bowl game tickets once or twice, but it wasn't like I waited until they just went on sale and I had to be the first one in.
Right.
So but you're right. If you're trying to get those tickets and get the best seats available, you need your profile updated so you can go ahead and lock them in tomorrow for the Charlotte show.
Speaking of tickets, you can still get tickets for tonight's show with Tracy Lawrence.
What?
Thursday night. If you're watching this on the wrong day, then you missed it. If you're watching on Thursday, the 5th of December, that show is tonight at the Township.
Well, let me give you some stuff that we probably won't get to talk to tomorrow because I'll be out at the Stuff a Bus. But we have some subject matters here, Jonathan.
Okay.
There's a survey here that says 300 days a year, the average American wakes up in a bad mood.
300
days a year. So with that in mind, they went through the listings of what we're doing wrong. two things stuck out to me in this article, which you can read about on the 97.5 WCOS Morning Rush blog.
Okay.
One of them is they say watching television is a good thing in bed.
Good.
That goes against everything we've ever been taught.
I watch it all night long.
Yeah, but they say if you want to have a better night's sleep, watch television as you're trying to go to sleep. What? How many times have we been told no screen time?
Because the screen, was it the blue light that comes off the screen is supposed to keep your eyes active so you don't fall asleep?
Yeah.
And what about reading? Reading was always the best way to fall asleep.
No, reading's bad. The best thing you can do is watch television in bed. That's according to the research. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's the shockingest thing I've ever read. The other thing that stuck out in this thing is 23% of Americans allow their children to sleep with them in bed.
What?
Not one time did my child ever get into bed with me. Not once. I remember the doctor telling us when we took him home, don't let them climb into the bed. It's the worst thing you can do for them. They'll start sleeping with you and you can't take them out.
Certainly not good for babies because you can roll over on top of them.
Yes.
So that's the warning for that. And then once they get to be like 2, 3, 4, 5, you can't create that habit.
23% allow their children to sleep with them. I think it'd be fun to talk to some people. Like, how old is your kid? You got like a 14-year-old in there?
That's funny.
I mean, if you did let him sleep with them, how long was it till you kicked them out?
If you started that when they were like 3, when did you tell them finally you got to go get in your own bed?
How bizarre. Kylie Jenner is, 22? Something like that. Very young woman. Recently became known as a billionaire because of the cosmetic company that she was working with on some people. She bought them out, and then it grew even more, and then she sold 51% of it, I think.
That's right.
For like $600 million.
Now, you may think that's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
It is, but you haven't heard about her expenses yet.
Well, that was the thing I was going to tell you, Jonathan. The security expense that she spends, budgeted $400,000 a month.
Wow! Who is she hiring? Kevin Costner from The Bodyguard?
No, she has a team of 8 security guards.
Okay.
Some of whom will intermingle in the crowd as regular folks.
Undercover security.
Yeah, other people who will go and, kind of like the president is making an appearance, they will secure the location like a day or two in advance of her appearance there. They also rent out armored vehicles that go $2, $3, $4 million a vehicle that just look like a Cadillac, but they could take a rocket.
Gotcha.
She'll rent those out for her trips to wherever she's going. Target.
She's got to scramble 30 people and 3 armored vehicles, because I'm sure that they have the decoy vehicle.
Yeah.
Because when they leave, if somebody's going to try to attack her, one of them's got to split off from the other one.
Well, they're all apparently former Secret Service members.
Of course.
They were trained by the Secret Service. So are they willing to take a bullet for Kylie? I don't know.
These men have a certain set of skills.
What would happen to the world if Kylie had been assassinated?
A set of skills that they have honed over years of experience. And if you mess with Kylie Jenner, they will find you. And they will force you to buy fragrances.
So she spends about $9 million a year. I mean, you get into 10 years of this, you're now almost at $100 million that she spent on security every decade. What in the world? Pretty soon you're going to start talking about some real money.
Right.
In the meantime,
I don't know about you, but I spend like $36 a month just for my security system maintenance fee. That's it.
Well, I was going to say, maybe what is your most extravagant expense? Mm-hmm. Like my mother used to love, well, she still loves, they don't make it. This is an on-air plea for my mom. Her favorite perfume was something called Joy. Now, they still make Joy perfume, but they stopped making it the way they made it in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s.
They changed the formula? Like New Coke?
Yeah. And we were able to find, I guess, some final batches of it, like overseas, but we can't find it anywhere. And it was expensive. It was like $100 an ounce.
All right, kids, this Christmas, when you go to Grandma's house, rummage around in her bathroom or on her fragrance table in her bedroom. And we're looking for old bottles of Joy. J-O-Y. Is that right? J-O-Y?
I think it's just, J-O-Y, yeah.
Okay.
My mom loves it. But that was her most extravagant expense for decades. What's your most extravagant? Do you spend $500,000 a month on security? Goodness gracious. Maybe you like to buy fine wine, or you're into
I do know people spend a lot of money on
organic
wine.
food or something
Right.
like that. That's your big budgeted item. The number one selling toy this Christmas, Jonathan, has caught people off guard. Walmart is out of them. Target is almost out of them. There's something called the Butthead Fart Launcher.
I've got to have one of these.
The Butthead
Just
Fart
based
Launcher.
on the name, I have to have one.
Yeah. It's a Nerf gun-like gadget that shoots farts instead of darts, and it's topping off it's the number one selling toy in America right now.
Wow.
Who thought of this?
Remember we talked about on this podcast, I think a couple of days ago, when you think you get a stupid idea, remember somebody once said, hey, why don't we do a movie where we put sharks in a tornado? There are no stupid ideas. The
Why?
fart gun.
Here's a stupid idea. Giving your kid a fart launcher.
That is a pretty stupid
Who's
idea.
going to be the victim of said fart launcher?
Right.
The kids are just going to
Not
be
gonna
blowing
the
you
dog.
away.
Right. It's not going to be the dog. They're not going to waste a perfectly good fart on a dog, because I don't know how much it costs to reload this thing. It's got to come with some kind of nasty gas chamber, a little gas thing.
Yeah. And as I even say the name, the Butthead Fart Launcher, when did the word fart become okay to say? When I was a child, if
Sure.
I had said fart launcher,
Right.
I'm quite certain my mom would have backhanded me.
Yeah.
And then maybe some soap in the mouth. Get the coast out there. At some point, the word...
It wasn't a particular age in your life, unless you grew up like 21, 22, and you were working away from mom and dad. It wasn't that. It's because kids began using that term back in the time when you and I used it at that age. We'd have gotten backhanded.
Yeah, but we used it amongst ourselves.
Right.
Our classmates, we talked about cut
Yeah.
a fart.
Right.
But at some point, it became okay to have a product named the fart launcher.
Mm-hmm.
Like the thing that I would have gotten in trouble if I had said, Mom, can I get a fart launcher? You can get a back. That's what you can get.
Right.
But now, that's the actual name of the product.
They go, of course you want a fart launcher. You got fart launcher money? That's expensive.
Well, we could talk about that.
Remember we laughed about this because like a month ago they came out with this year's hottest gifts, and I said, there's no way you know what this year's hottest gift is. It's Halloween. You got to wait till like 2 weeks before Christmas to find out what this year's hottest gift is. It's going to be something you never heard of,
Yeah,
like
cool.
the fart launcher.
According to this, Walmart says don't even come to them. It's out.
Don't ask management anymore.
Next year you can get them.
We don't know when the truck's coming.
Yeah.
We don't know anything.
Target's just about out. I don't know. It's unbelievable. What is it that your kid always wanted for Christmas that you couldn't get them or you wouldn't get them? Maybe that could be a good subject matter.
That's good.
Or when did the word fart become acceptable
Yeah,
in public?
either one of those. That's something we talk about.
Or
on
is
Monday.
it? Or is it? Maybe even now people are cringing.
I don't say fart around my mom still, I don't think.
No.
No.
So if she was watching a news report tonight and it said the hottest toy, CBS News reports that the hottest toy this holiday season is called the Butthead Fart Launcher, your mom would be, shut that off.
My mom would say, well, I can tell you who's not going to get one of those. Any of my grandkids. Click and switch it right back over to INSP. That's what she would do.
The Hallmark Christmas movies are even too racy for her.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little too edgy for her.
Soft porn in her mind.
Mama Rush will not be watching the softcore porn on the Lifetime. That's so
Did
crazy.
I tell you my mom and dad built a man cave, but I can't figure out what to call it because my mom goes in there too. It's not just from them. It's not just from my dad.
It's the Ma and Pa cave.
They did. I don't know what to call it. I guess I'm just going to call it a bear cave.
All right.
They got Mama Bear and Papa Bear. So they built them a bear cave.
That's
I'll tell you
great.
about that later too. I went there the other day.
You did?
Yeah. It's like, I'm telling you, this is a serious bear cave.
Wow.
Yeah, they've decked this thing out nice. You got like a 60-inch television in that room. That room's smaller than this one. It's like going to the theater. All right, now, tomorrow we do the Stuff-A-Bus. Got that? And if you're going to make a donation with the Cram-A-Ram, do that at any of JT's location.
Yeah, you can do that now for the next week
Yep.
or so.
Go to vetsride.org. We got a lot of giving for you to do. And then give us a phone call tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow's going to be kind of awkward for phone calls. Kelly's going to be out of the Stuff-A-Bus.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll figure out what we're going to do.
Well, we
Just
do
call
have the
and say
Garth
good
Brooks
morning.
phone call.
Oh, yeah. Garth Brooks tomorrow morning, and you can't call during him either. So, all right, we'll figure it out. Tomorrow on the Morning Rush.